So in the last year and a half, the sports world is kind of going through a shakeup as an influx of money has been coming in, particularly from the Middle East, as the 2022 World Cup in Qatar kind of served as a proof of concept to help the wealthier nations within that region and help modernize their image within the global sphere. But ever since that World Cup, we've seen an influx of money going to certain sports leagues like the PGA, the EPL, with Manchester United actually getting a sponsorship deal with a Saudi company. There's also been boxing events held over there. And we've seen major international superstars like Neymar and Cristiano Ronaldo transfer out of their respective leagues and bringing more eyes to the Saudi clubs. So definitely there has been a major shift, but best believe things are eventually going to shift over to here in the States, as the NBA in this past All-Star weekend have made announcements with a deal with Emirates airline. So going forward, the midseason tournament trophy will be called the Emirates Cup. Along with the NBA officials after the All-Star game, they're going to now be wearing an Emirates patch in their uniforms. And this sponsorship also trickles down to the WNBA, as in 2025, their officials will be wearing the patch on their uniforms, as well as the G League. And this collaboration between the NBA and the Emirates Airlines is almost a direct link to the Saudi government, as that airline is a subsidiary. Now you're probably asking, why am I mentioning this? It's because the league is beginning to open the doors up for Saudi money to enter the league, maybe not directly through ownership quite yet, but they're definitely opening up the doors for international waters and for different events of the league, i.e. in-season tournament, all-star game, or certain play-in games. They're opening up these particular sections of the season up where they could have global events on their turf. And it's not ironic the league had issued out a statement after the All-Star game stating the requirements that each city must meet in order to qualify to be a host city. For example, you got to have over 7,000 hotel rooms, a minimum of 3 5-star hotels. Your convention center has to have over 650,000 square feet of exhibition space. Also 75 non-stop domestic flights and at least 20 international flights. So these are right now the requirements domestically for any city throughout the states. And best believe things are going to open up, especially with streaming and this new TV deal coming into play, where the next All-Star game could be hosted in Paris or Tokyo or London. And Carmelo Anthony had gave insight to this. As he states right here, he heard directly from insiders about where the league is really headed as far as having multiple cities across the world bid on hosting some of their events, such as the All-Star game. You guys check it out, and every once in a while, I'll check in.
I believe that it should be a destination, like the same destination every year. What I believe, and again, the conversations are happening. This is going over the water. You want to do it right? Go to Abu Dhabi.
Take it international.
Go to Qatar. Go to Saudi. Like, you know what I mean? That's where you going at, because that's where sports is going at.
Mm-hmm. Facts. Once again, the World Cup 2022 in Qatar is proof of concept. Not only the money is down there, they also now have the infrastructure. And really the main question going into that World Cup in Qatar was the infrastructure. Can it be there? And how successful of an event it was, they definitely gonna be fishing to get more events for sure.
They controlling the whole landscape of every state. They trying to of every sport. They countering leagues. PGA live
Crazy.
like.
Yep, the PGA affecting all kinds of leagues, the WWE even, all types of entertainment, hosting boxing matches. The infrastructure is there and the money was already there to begin with. Once again,
It's nothing for them to create another, buy these leagues and do all of that shit. But now it's like our money gonna speak for ourselves. And we showing you the infrastructure. We showing you that we about business.
Yeah.
Like we showing you we got shit on.
he's talking about the people in the Middle East. They're showing the NBA that they can handle all that. If you can handle the World Cup, that's like handling 20 Super Bowls in a month. Every game is like Super Bowl level for World Cup. That's like the ultimate event in the world.
Sure. Because we got proof of concept fights is over there.
Yeah.
Events is over there. World Cups is over there. That shit work.
Formula One shit.
Right. So now, that's gonna be when you talk about the cities bidding for these All-Star games, that's when it's gonna start hurting the cities. When they start dangling them numbers that you can't refuse.
Yeah.
That's what shit get interesting.
Yeah.
Now you gonna see
Bora next
motherfuckers
year.
like, yeah, I'm playing an All-Star game. We doing all that. We doing all the activities. You got to, and they ain't playing that shit. You get what I'm saying?
Facts. The superstar players are going to do everything because this is just not domestic. It's global. It's a global event, and plus the money's going to be there for them to get paid. A lot of the guys are not participating in these dunk contests because it's really all about the money. They're seeing all the sponsorships and the dollar amount versus the blow that they could take towards their brand if they lose a dunk contest. Let's say there's someone in the G League. It's really not worth it to them. So you got to increase that amount. That's one of the reasons why we haven't really seen like Zion or Ja Morant in the dunk contest. They really don't want to lose to some guy who barely has made the league.